So understand your unique business, but just get familiar with your analytics, and Google offers this for free. No reason not to use it, and if you use your web hosting company, your data is just not going to be as comprehensive. What you get free from your hosting company is available, but it's just not, it's not as easy to read, and still keep it, but put this on too.
Is there a metric that measures actual conversion rates, people that actually visit your website and buy? Is that?
Google Analytics has that built in, and you create Google Analytics, and then you go to this section right here called Goals. And with the goals, so the question is conversion rate. Conversion rate is the percentage of people that hit your website or your blog or your advertising landing page and take a desired action. So conversion rate is percentage of people that hit the web page and take a desired action. So like for my business, my call to action is my email newsletter sign up. It's also downloading something from the free therapy page, which has free ebooks. It is also filling out a contact submission form. So we have 3 call to actions, and we track them all, and Google walks you through how to do that under goals. So that's what I use, and there are other companies that have, like Omniture is an organization that has comprehensive, very, very extensive web statistics. Usually it's going to put you at about $20,000 minimum. So I'd say try this on first. Training wheels right here. I have found I don't have any clients that use anything other than Google Analytics. And some of my clients spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising alone every month, and they still think this is the way to go. So, testimonials. People who know you, like you, and trust you. This is Anne Levine, law school expert. Sue, I think you know her. She is a nationally recognized law school admissions expert. She's a 100% virtual organization. People that have said, wow, you've really, I couldn't have gotten into law school without you. Which, are you willing to be on my website? And let me tell you, this is a huge selling point. The pictures too are a nice touch in this case. Everyone is given and permission for this. Testimonials, in this case, these are success stories, so they're a little more comprehensive. There are also just some testimonials. Testimonials can live on a whole page. They can also be peppered throughout your website. So if you're on the home page, there might be a little testimonial down the side. Instead of you bragging, and I actually had a meeting with a prospective client this week, and they said, we can't do web marketing because we're not braggers. We don't brag about our organization. It's not our personality. And I said, no, web marketing is about serving your audience, and I don't want you to brag. That actually sometimes comes across as really inefficient with marketing. But don't you have people that write you and say, thanks to your organization, you've made a difference? Oh yeah, all the time. I said, well then why don't we ask permission to use those, and those could be people talking. And I said, it's honest feedback, but there's different ways to go about it.
So example, on LinkedIn, when someone gives you a recommendation in that regard, being a testimonial, I'm in the process of updating our website, and I'm so happy that I was doing the right thing so far. So, can we capture those testimonials from our LinkedIn page and use them, put them on our webpage? Or
I would ask permission first.
Request?
I would use that same. Use what you have. By all means, we're talking about sustainable web strategies. Use what you have. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Take advantage of your assets. I always use the example of, let's say you're an author and you have an article in a print publication. Can we repurpose that for the web? Do you have videos? Do you have photos? Do you have people that have sent emails saying, thank you so much, I couldn't have gotten into law school without you? Use that. Can I get a fuller testimonial? Can I just call you real quick and type this up? I would absolutely use those LinkedIn testimonials, but I would ask, is it okay with you if I put these on my website too? And what I often say with testimonials is, I really like to brag that I work with you. Because I have Sue's testimonial on my website, and I'm really proud that I was part of 50somethinginfo.com, because it's something that it's a great resource, but also we asked her permission first and have a picture up and everything. But yeah, absolutely, testimonials are...
I have a counter question to that.
Yeah.
There was someone who I gave a testimonial to many, many eons ago, and since then, the relationship has changed. I don't feel the same way. And I would like to have my testimonial off their page. How does one go about doing that?
Send an email.
Send an email.
Absolutely. And just be honest, or just say that it's a conflict of interest or whatever. But yeah, absolutely, you can ask it. Pardon?
Here's my
updated.
This is my updated testimonial.
More current.
Yes, yes. And a press page. Most organizations say I can't have a press page because I haven't been covered by the media. Wrong, okay? We can have a press page and a news page. You can call it press, you can call it news, you can call it media. You are all doing something in the news in some way, shape, or form, whether you're sponsoring a local soccer match or you are getting featured in an entrepreneur magazine like Acton MBA, the School of Entrepreneurship is. Acton's news page has multiple pages within the news section, but they also have press releases. And why I like these news pages is you can write your own press releases. The New Rules of Marketing and PR, feel free just to pass that book around too. The New Rules of Marketing and PR talks about you don't write press releases for the media, you write them to educate your customers. You write, or your students or your community. And those press releases, they're short. The way that press releases are set up, they're one page, they have a nice headline, they're very succinct to the point, and they end with something that is called a boilerplate. That might say, Acton MBA, based in Austin, Texas, is a one-year MBA school, blah, 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 blah. But it's a nice message that gets reiterated over and over and over and over again. And the search engines pick it up. It's something that you can put in a newsletter and say, here, customer, here's what's going on. But it's just communicating what you're doing. It's just communicating and getting the word out. And in Acton's case, they had a very simple press page and then they built it out to have new press releases. And one of their press releases said that Acton has a, what do they call it, like a don't ask, don't tell or something policy. And most MBA schools, I didn't realize this, sell your information. That's one of their money makers. And one of Acton's policies is that our information with students is absolutely confidential and we wouldn't use that. And so they repurposed that into a press release to educate their students, and it's good for their credibility and visibility. So press pages, press news, media, whatever you want to call it, it's just a great way to put news out. Yes?
Does it automatically go out to the local media, or do you have to actively?
Great question. It will not automatically go out to the local media. There are tools. There's one called pitchengine.com, P-I-T-C-H engine, and I think I can. Pitch Engine is a social media press release tool. So you can sign up for a free account and you can distribute your press release here. And you can add little photos, and if someone likes it, they can click the Facebook button. And then there's also one called pressreleasepoint.com. There are free wires, and if you can do a Google search for free press release wire, but there's like hundreds of them. At Press Release Point, you can pay $30 and submit to all the free wires or some of the top ones, and that gets the word out. And I find for local papers, just send it to them and just say, here's our press release, because most journalists are looking for us to create the stories for them and go, here, story, there you go, and they can copy paste and put it in there. Ventura County Star is fantastic about taking press releases that are well written. They need to be well written, but absolutely, use tools like this. There are free press release tools, and just sending them to the local papers are also a great way to go. So here's Acton's press page. This is not a fancy schmancy page, but it just takes this content and it lives forever here. And Acton School of Business tells corporate recruiters, don't call us, we'll call you, even as troubled MBAs face troubled times and weak economy. And it was something that was written specifically for the students, and it was sent to all the students, but also it was really good. It was just a good educational tool and a good differentiating tool. In marketing, we need to differentiate ourselves for sustainability.